Okay, so although Malawi is very poor, it's the third least developed country on earth according to the statistics from IMF. But there are things that are working here. In terms of policy, I think Malawi has done very well to put in place policies to make things work. Almost in every sector, we have policies that are very liberal, policies that that provide a firm ground for change. And I think in that area, if only we invested in turning policy into action that can transform our people, we would be amongst the fastest rising economies in the world. We have Rwanda for our motivation. I think Malawi can become Rwanda. And a story, one of the stories that are making rounds in Africa is that Rwanda actually brought one of our policies and used it well, and then Rwanda was transformed. It has become a good example of what African countries can become if they come up with good policies and implement them. Another good thing that is coming out of Malawi is that at a time sub-Saharan Africa was struggling with a high rate of AIDS-related deaths. Malawi decided we were going to invest a lot in treating our people, making sure that even the poorest people had access to treatment. And we made sure that each and every pregnant woman going to our health facilities was tested and given treatment immediately. So in that way, we made sure that our people are living longer. We made sure that children are being born without HIV. And most importantly, that was about bridging the huge inequalities that we have when it comes to access to healthcare services. So I'm very happy now that the poor Malawians can access treatment without enduring any financial hardship. And because of that, we've reduced the number of deaths from about over 55,000 to just about 13,000 per year. That's a huge relief for a country where you could not travel for like 20 kilometers without meeting a funeral procession. Today you can travel over 400 kilometers and not meet any vehicle carrying a dead body. I think we've done well, but that should not really go into our head and make us stop investing in prevention, because currently the number of infections are going up. So while we're doing well in terms of treatment and making sure that our people live longer, we should also be investing in behavioral change and the other preventive measures so that we are winning on both sides. I'm also proud of Malawi in terms of the independence of the judiciary and the strength of institutions that are supposed to make sure that justice is done, even when the people in power do not want to play according to the whistle. Recently, we had a landmark ruling where the Constitutional Court actually nullified an election which was blighted by a lot of irregularities, including the use of DPEX to change the result, which in a way was like overruling the will of the people. And we've seen Parliament and the other state institutions moving fast to put in place reforms so that what happened in that election, the election that we had in May 2019, should not happen again. We hope that the executive is going to endorse the reforms that have come out of that court process, and that Malawi will move forward as a country that's really determined to correct its past mistakes mostly. I'm also proud of the culture that we have in Malawi, where we are we're so united, like one big family. We still have traces of the extended family ties to such an extent that when one is in problems, another comes will quickly come to your rescue. And I think that has helped us cope with some of the harshest hardships that have come our way. in times of trouble, these extended family ties have proved to be very strong and to be our fallback option. Although sometimes they can actually be so heavy that you won't stand because everyone is standing on your shoulders. But I'm happy that at least in everything that we do, most people still remember things that unite us. Just when we have a lot of things that can divide us,